Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Tuesdays with Dr. T. So today we are going to talk about some very common and pretty much highly hyped, I would say for the wrong reasons, some of the detox things that are available online. And when you are scrolling in internet, in your WhatsApp group, in your Facebook group, or in your Instagram, you get bombarded by all of these materials, all of this PBX, this zeolite, this fulvic acid, these trace minerals. So I get a lot of DMs from students and clients and people who keep on asking me, like, Dr. T, please make a video letting us know if those are something that we should buy or are those scams. So yeah, today we are here to unravel if they are scam or if they work, or are they in between of all of the spectrum. So let's start with them. First of all, what are these PBX, this zeolite, this fulvic acid, and all of these things that you keep on hearing? Probably some of you might know, and some of you might be totally new hearing this from the first time. So for you guys, a very short summary on that is this. So the PBX is actually like a zeolite, and zeolite is a natural clay type mineral based material, okay, that is believed to be pulling out heavy metals from the body. So it sounds very nice. Why? Because number one, it's a natural thing. It is gonna pull out toxins like heavy metals, which are usually hard to pull out, and they seem to be safe. They are safe. I haven't heard people having a lot of side effects with zeolites and PBX and fulvic acids and things like that, but my take is a little different. Here is why. So the fulvic acid, the zeolite, especially the zeolite, okay, the PBX zeolite, about that, what happens is this is a naturally occurring mineral based material, right? So in nature, it's a mineral based matter. So in nature, zeolite already is formed or produced or obtained or is present as a chelated agent which is already bound to heavy metals. Let that land. The zeolites or the PBX things that you are getting online, they are already bound with heavy metals, because these zeolites, they have an extremely large, huge affinity, love towards heavy metal. So that is how they pull out the heavy metal from the environment. So it's like magnet, okay? It's like magnet. So when you have magnetic things together, what happens is like this, yeah? So let's say this is zeolite and this is a heavy metal. So when they are in nature, they are close to each other. It's really hard to separate or find zeolite which is not connected or attached to a heavy metal. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, now that you know that they are already attached to heavy metals, so my question is, how do you think they are gonna really help your child detoxify heavy metals if they are already bound to heavy metals? My point too, okay? What you could do is find a very good quality, pretty high-end, double-checked by research or double-checked by people who have used it and have found incredible results out of them. Then you can trust the brand and do it. But in my opinion, what I found is they are light. They are not very strong. They are not very heavy. They are not very deep, as much as they are being they are being marketed as a very solid opponent or component of detoxification process. But in my experience, I have seen those are very light. They might not do any harm to your child, but they most probably are not doing any help either. So why spend hundreds of bucks on something that probably is gonna go out of the body with pee or poop? Make sense? I hope it makes sense. So fulvic acid, on the other hand, which was very interesting to find out because I have my notes here from the internet. So fulvic acid is formed when natural materials, organic materials, gets compacted and fossilized for a long period of time, and then they get extracted in certain bog. Is that what they said? In bogs of Canadian bogs. So just like fulvic acid, just like zeolite. So what is happening with fulvic acid is, yes, it is a natural organic substance. Yes, it contains trace minerals. Yes, it is safe. But the thing is, it should not be as hyped as it is. It is just your average trace mineral containing substance, just like, good quality Himalayan pink salt, or a very good quality, real, authentic Celtic or Celtic salt. It's a lot like that. You can get 1 pound of Celtic salt with 54 Canadian dollars, whereas a fulvic acid small, bottle is 217, is that Canadian or USD dollars? Okay. So my question is, when I was going through, I could not find very solid research on fulvic acid or zeolite. The research that was shown in the online space by this renowned company, those were just three kind of older research saying things that they have tried fulvic acid and they have tried zeolite on rats or on cells that were grown in petri dish. Here's the thing. Cells, as a research scientist myself, okay, I have done research for over 10 years. I have published many articles. I have been a reviewer for several journals, international journals. So from a seasoned person, here's my take. You can grow cells in petri dish and put your test materials. You will see result. There is no way you will not see results. Why? Because when the cells are grown in petri dish, all the factors and everything are controlled. The cells are just unicellular thing. These are like small, very uncomplicated, oversimplified system. Whereas your child's body or your body is a very complicated system, integrate system of cells, of muscles, of tissues, of bones, of lymphatic things, circulation, nervous system. You get the point. So when you are doing a test on a petri dish or on mouse, you will see results. But that does not mean that this result can be extrapolated and pretty much surely effective for human beings and human body. The sort of research that you should go for is to find if there was any clinical research done on human body, human beings who are alive, human beings who are walking around and things like that, right? Not things on a petri dish. So there goes the fulvic acid and the zeolite and this sort of things that you can see online. So I would suggest to do your trial if you want to do your trial, because everything needs to be tested. I cannot say that you should not test anything. You should completely do testing. You should completely find ways to do your own experimentation to find what works for your child, what does not work for your child. But for me, I never tried those. Why? Because as a pharmacist, as a scientist, those didn't tickle my brain. Those were like, no, thank you, I'm fine. So what does tickle my brain and what does work and what I do teach is a system that you help your child's body and the already existing detox system inside the child's body to be supported, to be cleaned up, to be revved up, to be zhuzhed up, so that the child's body can itself do the detoxification job. So how can you do that? So the first thing that you can do is to ensure that your child is doing some sort of, to ensure that your child is pooping a lot, your child is peeing very nicely, your child is sweating a lot, so that the sweat through the pee, through the poop, Those are the ways, those are the detox channels, by the way. Those are the channels through which toxins are reduced, pushed out of the body. So when you are ensuring that your child is not constipated, your child is pooping 1 to 2 times a day, minimum 2 times a day, or in large quantity if he or she is doing 1 time a day. He is pooping a lot, playing a lot, so he or she is sweating a lot, making sure that a lot of sweats and glands are activated. Also that your child is eating very nourishing gut healing diet. And then also you can use a lot of natural things that you can buy from a grocery store, from health food store. I would say those are much more cost effective and safer than things that are found on the internet, like the things that we have spoken so far, like senna pata, senna leaves. That's a good thing for pooping and blood detoxification. Bitters, Canadian bitters is also a good thing. It's like an extract. I'm not affiliated with them. Nobody's gonna pay me any commission for talking about these things, okay? So these are all stuff that you can do on your own without thinking that, oh, Dr. T is taking some money from it. Okay, so, and also I have created several videos on detoxification. I would want you to go check them out. Those are like 1 hour long in-depth video where I have shared a lot of things that I have done, that I teach and advise to my students, and are also part of our protocol, okay? I hope that helps. I hope this was a little bit of illumination for you and the food for your thought on whether you should go for them or not, because I don't want you to try all of these things thinking that they are gonna cure all of the problems. They are not gonna do anything like that, because your child's body needs all the 5 pillars that I talk about, that we have established. That is our protocol, which is diet. As long as the diet is not gut healing or healthy or clean diet, there is no point doing detoxification, because you are putting in toxins, or the body is creating a lot of toxins which needs to be reduced, right? So it puts a lot of stress on the body. So you need to ensure that the diet is on point. You need to ensure that the detox systems of your child's body are working properly, that the kidneys, the liver, the gallbladder, the large intestine, all of the systems that are connected to detoxification, those are, pretty revved up. They're working their own. You also have to make sure that the lifestyle of the child is really nourishing, grounding, encouraging for bodily process, encouraging for biochemical things inside the body to be working on well. You also have to ensure that your child is not exposed to unnecessary toxins from food, water, air and things like that. So if you are at home having clean air, having HEPA filters, having air purifiers, which are not chemicals, which, there are lots of good quality air purifiers based on algae and things like that. Using a good quality water filtration system. I will make a training on it very soon. We will talk about them very soon. Stay tuned for that, because water is also very important. Your child's body is about 76% water. So if your child is not taking really fresh, good quality water, then what happens is it creates a lot of imbalance inside the body. If you are taking distilled water, which is dead water, it doesn't work. If you are taking tap water, oh my God, it's full of chlorines and fluorines and chemicals. And if you are filtering water, you have to make sure that you are adding some sort of remineralization agent, like adding a little bit of trace mineral in the form of, you can even use this fulvic thing to add trace mineral to the child's water. But what I'm saying is, do not expect this fulvic acid, this zeolite, to be really strong and effective, or the miracle thing. Nothing in this world is gonna be miracle unless and until you work on the entire body's internal healing system. I hope that makes sense. I will see you in the next episode. If you have any comments or queries, or if you want to have any idea for any topics that you want me to cover, please let me know. And of course, subscribe and share this to another parent, and let us build a tribe who takes decision not just based on hype or blind faith, but based on what really works and what gives you the biggest bang for your buck. I'll see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.